The Philippines' decision to double the size of its fleet of FA-50 light fighters, purportedly by purchasing an additional 12 from South Korea, will not appease China but may make Beijing's objectives more challenging. The Philippines Department of National Defense announced the new order earlier this month in a procurement monitoring report. It is worth 40 billion pesos, $683 million. Although the document does not include a list of aircraft, media outlets such as the Asia-Pacific Defense Journal claim that it does for a dozen of the airframes. According to two analysts, the new fighters mark a major advancement in the large island archipelago's capabilities, but they are not expected to seriously threaten China's most sophisticated aircraft, like the J-20. In an attempt to drive Philippine soldiers out of the Thomas and Sabina Shoals and other South China Sea features that it claims, China has persisted and repeatedly dared to do so, the acquisition from South Korea's KI, after an initial order of $420 million in 2014, further ties the Philippines to another U.S. ally and underscores the consequences to China of its bullying, in addition to any challenges for China. Quote, "This purchase marks a significant departure from past policy, which allowed the Philippine Air Force capability to wither in the post-Cold War years. It marks a policy failure for China as well. The exercise of adversarial gray zone tactics with the maritime militia and Coast Guard as a vanguard for Chinese sharp power has effectively backfired," unquote. John Blaxland, head of the Australian National University's Washington office and China expert, wrote in an email to Breaking Defense. He said that, despite past concessions from the Philippines to China, persistent PRC assertiveness has generated growing Philippine resolve to push back and to work more closely with other like-minded powers, other U.S. treaty allies, including not only Korea, but Japan and Australia and the United States itself. He added the increased cooperation with South Korea is significant, but we shouldn't read too much into it. After all, Korea is going through an unprecedented political upheaval that could lead to a significant shift in foreign and defense policy priorities for Korea. Quote, "The FA-50 is a capable lightweight fighter, and if flown by a well-trained pilot, would certainly pose a challenge for the People's Liberation Army Air Force's older combat aircraft, or combat support assets like maritime patrol aircraft or airborne early warning platforms," unquote. However, he added defending against Chinese fighters like the J-16, J-20, or J-35 would be problematic. According to Malcolm Davis, a China defense expert at the Australian Strategic Policy Institute, who spoke to Breaking Defense about the aircraft's technical capabilities. Since they now only have missiles within visual range, the Chinese have enormous advantage in first look, first shot, first kill. That advantage should diminish as the FA-50 is modified in the future with AESA radars and BVR, beyond visual range missiles. This benefit is likely to become less apparent. All of this raises the more important question: will China stop or reduce its continuous attempts to assert its claims to waters over which a United Nations tribunal has denied it a legitimate claim? According to Blaxland, China will be closely monitoring whether the purchase of these aircraft changes Philippine policy towards defense of their interests in the South China Sea or not. They won't know for years because it will take time for the aircraft to turn up and crews to be fully trained and prepared to use them. He did, however, add that the Philippines Air Force has long been one of the weakest in the region, which is why he believes the purchase is particularly significant. Its capacity is inferior to that which defended the nation during the Second World War. Therefore, while this new capability is a big step, it comes from a low base, and China probably won't be too alarmed by it. Additionally, Davis expresses uncertainty that the People's Liberation Army Air Force would significantly alter their operational posture as a result of the Philippines acquiring an additional squadron of FA-50s. In order to deploy newer platforms, they might rotate some of the older aircraft, such as older J-10s, J-11s, or Su-30s, but generally, he stated, their day-to-day readiness and force Posture will remain in place. If you want to read the whole article, I'll leave the link at the description. What do you think of the experts' assessment towards the plan of the Philippines to acquire 12 additional F-850PH Block 20? Should the government prioritize MRFs despite the costs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more discussions on defense. If you want to watch a video informative like this, click any of the 2 videos that will appear before this video ends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.